Hey, you be doing after 180 Rousey versus Zingano, which happens on February 28th. What do you think of this card, my man?
It's a good call, especially Ronda Rousey is a tennis card. So let's see whether she's gonna be undefeated like again.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of injuries and shuffling in this card, though,
So
man. But
it's kind of okay because there are a couple of fights I want to see, but now it's not there. But
hmm
Ronda Rousey, that's to check it out.
okay, let's start it out. Ronda Rousey fights Alpha Cat Zingano.
I don't care who she fight with. Ronda Rousey is all the way.
It's got to be Ronda Rousey. I mean, Cat Alpha Zingano, though, undefeated, and she's shown good Muay Thai. She's actually a solid wrestler, super resilient, good ground and pound, and a legit Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
But Ronda Rousey have a 10-0 undefeated record, 2 KO, TKO, 8 submission. She's definitely a finisher. 27 years old. I mean, trained a really good club.
Yeah, Glendale fighting. A lot of fighters are now going there, like Travis Brown and even Ellenberger.
And then she is the UFC Woman Bantamweight Champion.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
So I don't think so. No decision. I think she will just gonna kill her.
Yeah, she's only went. So let me ask you. She's only went past the first round once in her career against Misha Tate in their second fight. Do you think this will end in the first round, or do you think it's going to go longer?
You know, the reason is always only the first one because she doesn't need a second round.
Exactly. Well, okay.
So I mean, come on. She have a strong clinch, strong dirty boxing, good knees, strong arm bars, strong scrambling, great on wrestling. She's just undefeated. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, she's pretty much the Hoist Gracie of the UFC women's bantamweight division, far ahead of her peers. I too got to go with Ronda Rousey for the win. I like Kat Zingano. She's got a good record: 5 wins by KO, 3 wins by sub, undefeated. But
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey for the win. I'll say this though, not in the first round. I'll say that. Yeah.
Okay.
But Ronda Rousey for the win nonetheless.
No, nonetheless.
Okay.
All right. Next one.
Next fight after that, this could determine who's next for Ronda Rousey, as the preacher's daughter, Holly Holm fights Raquel Rocky Pennington.
Rocky Pennington.
You have what? Upset? Upset?
I mean, as see my record with my pick, you should not be surprised when I pick up upset. The reason being, okay, the record is not that great. 5 and 4 records, 1 TKO, 2 submission. It's not so great, but 26 years old, good boxing, good takedown defense, and a resilient, good.
The resilience is probably actually going to be Pennington's strong point.
Yeah, and then you're Hardy. I mean, who is she?
Holly Holm, 7-0, undefeated record, 6 wins by KO or TKO. Oh, yeah. Okay, her level of competition has not been that great.
Not UFC.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. Okay. So she's 3 years old, training out of Jackson Winklejohn. It is her first fight in the UFC. So, yeah, there are some things going against her. She does have strong kickboxing and boxing. She has a strong kickboxing and boxing background.
Okay.
Heavy-handed with strong head kicks. But she's large. Okay, I'll say this. Her grappling is largely untested, and her ability to fight against higher level competition, UFC level competition, is largely untested.
You've been seeing a lot of fight. Non-UFC versus UFC. I don't care you're undefeated how many times. It's challengeable.
You know what? There was a fight just a couple weeks ago. This guy named Konstantin Arokin. He's smashing guys in the first round. He couldn't smash his opponent, guy Victor Pesa, lower tier heavyweight. He couldn't. He tried to smash him, but guy's just resilient, and he just managed to take him down and get the upset win.
See?
So I can see what you're saying.
Exactly.
But I'm still gonna go with Holly here because her kickboxing really is legit. Pennington though, maybe might not want to strike with her. I don't know. Maybe.
Don't forget Pennington is resilient, and then you give her a chance for grappling. I don't think I really don't think Holly can take her grappling.
Oh, it's untested, so
Well,
we just
then
don't know.
it's untested, and on the first time UFC, well, she be too nervous. Well, she doesn't know what to do. Lack experience with a high level, competition. We will
Well,
see.
UFC level. Like
Yeah.
Raquel's probably in like the top, maybe like 11 through 15, but at the very least, she is UFC level.
UFC level is UFC level.
Yeah.
Regardless.
So yeah, all true points.
Thank you.
Actually.
Thank you.
I'll still go with Holly because I do like what I see from her, but
I'm
yeah.
gonna go for the upset because I feel there are a chance that it's gonna happen, and then it will feel good when the upset happens.
Yeah, next one after that, we have a battle between a veteran wrestle boxer versus the new, or like a younger wrestle boxer, as Jake Ellenberger fights Josh Koscheck.
I give you this. Jake Ellenberger, I like him. He has great record, 29-9 record, 18 KO, TKO, 5 submission. He's great. But how can you not pick Josh Koscheck?
They're actually both on 3-fight losing streaks, so this might actually be the time for Koscheck to get a win over a good guy, because Ellenberger actually has been looking a bit. He's on the down right now. That's for sure. He's not exactly the most winning guy right now.
Well, Koscheck, he always been one of my favorite fighter. He is fun to watch. 7-8 record, 5 KO, TKO, 5 submissions, 3 loss by KO, TKO. 37 years old. It's getting there, but hey. It is what it is, right? He's been there, done that, and I don't know. I mean, what can you not say about Koscheck? He has everything that you need. He's just getting old.
Yeah. Well, Koscheck, he trains out of Dethrone Base Camp, which is actually has one of the top prospects out there right now, Chris Honeycutt. He's come off. You know what? At his age, a layoff might not be the worst thing. What do you think?
Well, he still have a good ground and pound, and he still have a good takedown defense, good stand up.
Yeah. The guy's a super wrestler.
And then his right hand is awesome. I mean, I still want to see him fight, and I think the age really got him. His chance not as good as he used to anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's Koscheck. It's just fun to watch him. But you're right though. If he keep losing, retirement might not be far away from him.
Yeah, he's actually coming off. He said he pretty much hinted he'd retire, but I guess he's coming back. But he is fighting a younger guy in Ellenberger who's 29 years old, also on a 3-fight losing streak.
But the Ellenberger is always a good prospect.
Yeah.
I think he has what he take. He just need more time to grow. That's all.
Yeah, his wrestling is good. His ground pound's good. His kickboxing, he's really heavy-handed. I mean, 18 wins by KO.
I don't know whether you agree or not. I feel Ellenberger is like the younger version of Koscheck at this point.
I would, wrestle boxer.
Wrestle
for
boxer,
sure.
Yeah.
I would say he has better stand up and weaker.
Of course, younger and better.
Yeah, weaker cardio too.
Yeah, sooner or later, the chain won't be good anymore. But I think there's a similarity on this fight.
Sure.
I'm not gonna pick based on my brain. I'm just gonna pick based on my loyal to a Koscheck.
Cool. I'll go with Jake Ellenberger then.
Okay.
Okay.
Next one.
Next one, that Alan Jouban fights Richard Walsh.
Oh, this is easy. I'll let you bomb.
Yeah, Richard Walsh, he actually got a tough shake in his last fight. Richard Walsh, 8-2 record, 4 wins by KO, 1 win by sub, 26 years old. He pushes forward, but he's like good everywhere, but not great at any one aspect of MMA.
Well, I'm not too worried about with Alan because Alan has a great Muay Thai. Even you push it forward, Muay Thai is dangerous. He's a heavy-handed striker.
Yeah.
You don't want to be his face. Plus, he's resilient.
What's funny about that resilience? You wouldn't. The thing is, he fought like Seth Baczynski, gets dropped, ends up knocking him out, and then against he fought Warley Alves in a fight that a lot of people feel that Alan Jouban should have won that. I did too. He gets dropped in the first round, and then he's just coming back, roaring in the second and third. So yeah, that's the thing with Jouban.
I like Jouban because he's not one type of people who got hit and then all of a sudden you drop. He's all about you got hit and you come back for stronger. So those kind of fights are just interesting to watch.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah, he's definitely actually his past fights have shown to be a guy that probably does get stronger. You're right. I think he might actually does get stronger as the fight progresses.
Yeah. And that's the key.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one.
Yeah, Alan Jouban for a win there. Next fight after that, Tony Ferguson fights Gleison Tibau.
Tony. Well, I don't know. What do you got?
I got Tony Ferguson.
Tibau 33-10 records, 4 KO, TKO, 13 submission, 3 loss by KO, TKO. I don't know. I think he's a prospect killer. What do you think?
He just beat Norman Park, and it's not. Tibau has been he's actually one of the most tenured fighters in the UFC, right?
Yeah.
He has the same, almost pretty much the same style that he started in the UFC. He has it now. He can grind opponent. He's huge. Guy's ginormous.
Wait, come on. You like my fighter so much. Why didn't you pick him?
Because I see that Tony Ferguson, I think, is one of those next level prospects.
I do agree. Tony got a great left hook, but I feel Tibau has, that he's big. He has everything gatekeeper or above average. He has not above.
Yeah. Well, pretty much if you beat Tibau, then you're into the top 10.
Exactly.
The thing with Tibau is that like his wrestling's really, he has a style where it's like, okay, his stand-up's just good enough so he doesn't get killed and can probably beat people in stand-up, and his wrestling usually. He can always go to his wrestling and slam people and stay on top control.
But he's well-rounded, though.
He's a legit Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, too.
So that's why he earned himself as a prospect killer, because if you're not good enough, you're going to be dead. But the one thing I do worry about is he takes this fight with really short notice.
He is. Well, let's talk about Tony Ferguson for a bit. 17-3 record, 9 wins by KO or TKO, 5 wins by sub, 30 years old on a 4-fight win streak. He is an Ultimate Fighter winner with good stand-up. Like you said, good left hook.
Yes.
Really good chin. But his wrestling's actually good. I think he might be, hopefully, can defend takedowns from Tibau. Don't know for sure.
I don't know. Tibau's kind of big.
Yeah. But I do fear with Tony Ferguson, he is a guy that will take some risk. He'll dive for a leg lock every once in a while and whatnot.
You don't want to do that with Tibau.
Yeah.
I think if Tony stand out, he might be a little bit better than Tibau.
Sure. But he has to worry about the takedown.
Yeah, but he can outstrike Tibau if he take it more wrong, but he's not gonna be first one KO. But if he plays strategically, he might beat Tibau. But I think overall I like Tibau because overall Tibau just give me that confidence.
The thing, I'm actually pretty high. I have a soft spot for Tibau myself.
So
I'm not picking him, but because it's not emotional pick. I just think that Tony Ferguson is.
But then you agree with me if a Tibau play correctly, go for wrestling, go for takedown, go for play just overall play smart. There's a chance that he can win it to decision and he might win the fight.
That's how he wins fights.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He doesn't stray
He's not gonna KO Tony. I don't think so. But once he goes to decision, like what Daniel White said, don't ever put it to decision because it's not. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, Tibau, he doesn't stray from the path. Like in anything. Like I said, the way he fights now is the way he fought like years ago.
Yeah.
And he doesn't do stupid things in the cage. He's a very lunch pail workman-like fighter.
Yeah, and I've been working for him for so long, and you will still work for him. So.
And we'll see. He has killed a couple prospects, Holm, Norman Park, but I just think Tony Ferguson can keep the fight standing and use his stand-up to win.
Gotta see this.
Cool.
Next one.
On to the prelims. Roan Carneiro fights Mark Munoz.
Who do you have?
Munoz, not just because he's Filipino.
Bullshit, you always pick him.
I don't always pick Munoz.
you put Munoz because you're Filipino. That's how it is, okay? Well, I pick him because It's 13-5 record, 6 KO, TKO, 1 submission by strike, 3 loss by KO, TKO, 36 already. Man, time goes by fast.
Yeah.
2-5 losing streak. Okay, that's not the reason I'm picking.
Yeah.
You know, am I supposed to talk about good thing about him? But
Okay.
he only won 1 of the last 4 fights. But he is good wrestler. He is strong ground and pound.
His ground and pound is actually one of the strongest in MMA. This is a guy, I mean, seriously, he was throwing body punches from the ground and just hitting Tim Boesch's body that were hurting me. That guy hits ridiculously hard. If he gets on top of you,
that's it.
That guy hits ridiculously hard.
And his successful rate, beating a fight, you can see as long as he on top of it, that rate of his, he kills somebody or win that fight is pretty high. But you gotta say, okay, when's the last time you win some fight?
You know what though? He's only been fighting the toughest guys. I mean, one of his losses.
I know, but his record is just not great anymore. And then his standout is just so average, dude.
But the thing is, Roan Carneiro, like he's only been losing to top 10 guys, and Roan Carneiro's not a top 10 guy or an up and comer.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
So,
It's only 19-9 record. 2 KO, TKOs, 9 submission, 2 lost by KO, TKO, 4 lost by submission. I mean, this guy is definitely.
Yeah, he's the same age as Munoz too.
Yeah, but he is in 5 winning streak.
Outside of the UFC though.
That's a good point. That's why I still think Munoz can win this fight because dude, he knows.
Yeah. I mean, Carneiro's good. He's been around the block, trains at ATD Atlanta with Douglas and Dhiego Lima. But in the UFC, the last time he's fought in the UFC was September of 2008.
That's a while ago, dude.
I mean, he's been fighting in the regional scene since then and made it back. He is a legit Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, even though he has a lot of losses by submission. And his stand-up, I mean, it's just average himself, So it's like, this is an opponent that Mark Munoz should be able to beat. He's beaten like Munoz beat like Damian Maia, or went to the ground with Maia and survived.
Munoz is definitely someone who's resilient, who is strong. I'm not doubting about that. I do agree with you. He's lost because he finding a lot of good fighter. I think he can make this 15-5 records. This win is his. Okay.
Cool. Next fight after that, we got Roman Salazar versus Norifumi Kid Yamamoto.
What do you got?
I got Yamamoto, even though this guy is absolutely declining.
He's past his prime, dude. I don't know what's wrong with you. I'd pick.
Pride never die, there, man.
I agree with you, but look at Walmart, okay? 93 record, 3 KO, TKO, 3 submission by guillotine, okay? 26 years old, still young. It's pretty good.
It's youth versus experience here,
Yamamoto is 37 years old, dude. He is 3 fight losing streak. I don't know, man. He dude, no disrespect. He is someone. His prime was amazing.
Yeah.
But maybe retirement might be something to consider.
Well, other things about Yamamoto besides making me cry is that he's training at a Crazy Bee with Kyoji Horiguchi. He's only won one of his last 6.
Do you want me to remind you last time he fought is like February 2012?
And he lost.
But you know what? I love watching him fight. Pride never die. He is amazing. It doesn't matter he's losing or not. I cheer for him. Realistic talk, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I mean, at his best, his wrestling is top notch. It's probably not there anymore. His stand up, he was knocking dudes out in the past.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hope that we're gonna see a good Kid Yamamoto, but he is fighting someone who's 11 years younger.
Dude, 37, man. That's tough.
And Yamamoto is declining, but I'll go with Yamamoto nonetheless.
I want Yamamoto to win, but the realistic talk, I think my guy gonna win.
Roman Salazar. Just being the younger guy, yeah, that makes sense.
And with the guillotine, Dude, he definitely is so younger, man. We will see.
And next fight after that, Dhiego Lima fights Tim Means.
Dhiego Lima.
I got Tim Means, man.
I know you got a lot of fights, okay, but the Dhiego Lima's 10-2 record, 3 KO, TKO, 4 submission, 26 years old, 6'2". He is tall.
So it's actually Tim Means is 6'2" as well, though.
I know. I just talk about generally speaking. Yeah. I train ATT Atlantic.
Yeah, along with Roan, Carneiro, and his brother.
Yeah. Good BJJ, good stand, good off of his back.
Yeah, actually, in the Ultimate Fighter, he had this really slick submission, really slick armbar off his back.
Yeah.
One time.
I mean, again, I know, Ting is very cool, but dude, Ting, regardless, okay, strong multi, push forward, good knee, blah blah blah, elbow, he's weak on takedown defense too.
Okay, so he did lose by getting grinded on by Jorge Masvidal and Danny Castillo. And I believe he was taken down by Neil Magny as well. Not the best takedown defense. Okay. I'll say that.
You don't have a good takedown defense, okay?
Okay.
My guy is good BJJ, good off of his back. What's gonna happen if he on top of you? Choke you out, dude.
I don't know, man. Timmy, I mean, he's not... I don't know if he'll get his guard pass and choked out, but he could be grinded on.
Dude, if I don't choke you, we constantly grind, pawn or all that, it's gonna rig you
at least you win rounds.
Right, and the process of decision comes. Who's gonna win? Of course.
I gotta go with Tim Means though. 22-6 record with 1 draw, 15 wins by KO TKO, 3 wins by sub. That's just 2 losses by submission. Okay, he's 30 years old, 6'2". He's on a 2-fight win streak. Trains out of Fit NHB with the likes of Ray Borg. This guy's Muay Thai, man. This guy is a bruiser. He's always pushing forward. His knees and elbows are really good.
I agree. But Dhiego is not buying the style neither. And then I think he's smart enough not going to fight with you on style. What's on the ground? Who's going to win?
Okay. There was a guy, his last opponent... Yeah, he wasn't winning the stand-up and did go to the ground. He did change strategies.
He showed me that he learned. He knows how to change strategy. There are people that freaking piss me off. Yeah, you can have a good stand-up, but when the time you can use your ground, you got to use it. He is the one who's going to use it. So if he does the same thing, might be different.
I'm going to... Even though Means doesn't have the greatest takedown defense, I'm hoping... he can defend Dhiego Lima's takedowns and beat him up on the feet. Tim Means for the win there. Not going to discount what you said because it's actually absolutely true.
Thank you.
Dude,
we've been doing this for years. I have some good points, okay?
Tim Means for the win there. For me.
Dhiego for me. Next
fight. We got heavyweights. Derrick Lewis fights Ruan Potts.
Dude, Derrick, because to be honest with you, it's not that great.
What do you mean?
The other guy, what's his name?
Fangs Potts.
I can't even say his name. No offense, but he's not that great, dude. Lewis, 11-3-0-1 record, 10 KO TKO, 1 submission. This guy's a finisher. He's gonna kill you. Good boxing, 29 years old. Freaking heavy-handed, dude.
Yeah.
1 punch KO power, dude.
This guy's power is so ridiculous.
Dude, he's the guy who literally like comic book. He punches you and you roll.
It is kind of calm. I remember some of his fights. He beat Jared Roshaw. He was losing the fight and manages to come back because he's actually a pretty resilient dude.
He is resilient.
And then knocks him out.
Yeah.
And then he fought John Vellante, and John Vellante was almost scared to fight the guy. He gets taken down. Ground and pounded to mincemeat. But
and he doesn't have a bad chin, and his cardio is okay. So I personally just think this 1 punch KO monster is gonna kill it.
Yeah, Potts not great in the UFC. 8-3 record, 4 wins by KO TKO, 4 wins by sub. That's outside the UFC, by the way.
And no offense, not to discount he has a good judo, but he is weak on his back. Not saying,
dude. I don't know if you remember that Anthony Hamilton fight where he's just Anthony Hamilton takes him down, and the guy is just he gets half guard. He's on the bottom in half guard, and he just stays there and does nothing. So Anthony Hamilton just keeps punching him in the stomach until the ref calls it off.
See, that's why I say usually I wouldn't want to mention about weak on his back because I know Derrick's not gonna go submit him, but you are weak on your back, and when Derrick start punch you, body punch, or
Yeah, that'd be like fun,
you
man.
just
Hit
have
in the
about
face.
anything,
Yeah.
you dead. Here's a one punch kill on your face constantly, you dead.
Yeah, this is yeah. I gotta go Derrick Lewis for a win here, man.
Nothing to say.
He's actually one of the better prospects in for heavyweight because there aren't a lot of 20-year-old heavyweights, you know.
I agree.
So
Next one.
okay, on UFC Fight Pass, we have James Krause versus Valmir Lazaro.
James Krause 21-6 record, 6 KO TKOs, 30 submission. He's really good on BJJ. That's why I'm kind of picking. 2 lost by sub, but dude, come on.
It's pretty tall too, huh?
He wins on, lose on. 6'2", man.
Yeah, for lightweight.
Train
Glory MMA and
Yeah.
Fitness with the likes of like Zach Cummings and Tim Elliott.
And the reason I like him is a good stand, good head kicks. I mean, like I said, every single time I have somebody who has good stand up
Mhm.
and a good kicks. You have a long distance, you have a short distance. It's just awesome. Not mention he has a good BJJ. So well-rounded. You keep people in distance. If you come inside the box, I beat you out. If you outside the box, I kick your ass out. If I get a chance, I choke you out. Why am I not picking?
I'll go with Lazaro here.
Why?
12-3 record, 9 wins by KO TKO, 3 wins by decision. So he's not a submission threat.
It's not.
Okay, 29 years old. He's 6 foot compared to James Krause, 6'2".
Yeah, that's not
The
too much
thing
difference.
that makes me sold on Lazaro, yeah, he didn't look that great in his last fight against James Vick. And actually, James Vick was actually a taller fighter. So, actually, that's cause for concern. But that was Lazaro's first one in the UFC. And he's a Nova União guy.
I
He
know.
does have legit stand-up and pretty heavy hands.
I agree.
I think that he can be able to do well in the stand-up this time around. Didn't look great against James Vick in his last fight. But I think he might have better stand-up than Krause.
I think you might be right, especially heavy-handed. I would think James will be smart enough to use the BJJ, taking on the ground. I'm not saying he can choke him out, but I think maintain control will be the key of winning this fight.
It's definitely a strong possibility.
Yeah. Next one.
Okay, and finally, Masio Fullen fights Alexander Torres.
Well, this one you're gonna agree with me. The muscle Fullen will be the picker, right?
You got a guy that's 9-4, and the other guy's 2-1.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
3 KO, TKO, 5 submission, 2-5 winning streak, so which is good. First time fighting UFC, right?
Same with Alexander Torres, though.
Yeah, so we're picking them, see what happens.
Okay. And also, this was like these guys came from the Ultimate Fighter Latin America, and like the Mexican talent was like significantly stronger than like the Latin American talent. So yeah, and more experienced.
Yeah.
So I mean, honestly, from what I saw from Alexander Torres, decent offensive takedowns. Ground and pound wasn't too bad. Fullen, yeah, he can kind of brawl. His takedown defense isn't that great. His Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu's decent, but he's just...
dude, it's 2-1, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It is 2-1, dude.
Exactly.
You really wanna use your precious fight with a 2-1. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, if it's 2-0, maybe I take a look at it, or 3-0, but 2-1. So let's do a recap really quick.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, for Ronda Rousey versus Kat Zingano.
No offense, Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey. Okay, Holm versus Raquel Pennington.
Dude, I gotta pick out the Raquel Pennington.
Okay, Holm for me. Jake Ellenberger versus Josh Koscheck.
Koscheck.
Ellenberger. Alan Jouban versus Richard Walsh.
Jouban.
Okay, Tony Ferguson versus Gleison Tibau.
Gleison Tibau.
Okay, Tony Ferguson for me. On to prelims, Roan Carneiro fights Mark Munoz.
Munoz.
Okay, Munoz for me. Roman Salazar versus Norifumi Yamamoto.
Walmart.
Okay, Yamamoto for me. Dhiego Lima versus Tim Means.
Dhiego Lima.
Tim Means for me. Derrick Lewis versus Ron Potts.
Derrick Lewis.
Derrick Lewis. James Krause versus Valmir Lazaro.
James.
Okay, I got Lazaro. And Masio Fullen fights Alexander Torres.
Of course, Fullen.
Fullen as well. So that's it for our predictions for UFC 184, Rousey versus Zingano. Any final words, my man?
Enjoying the fight.
Cool. That's okay. That's it for MMA for you. Thank you guys very much.